Hello, I'm Andrea, Carlos' wife. I am a teacher of English also, and also a counselor. Here in Argentina, it's called consultora psicológica.
And as we are talking about what can we say to make people feel better, I have a couple of questions for you. What are the most important things to say or to do when a friend is feeling down or upset?
When a friend is feeling down or upset, first of all, there are no magical formulas for anything. I think that, and this is not prepared, it's just spontaneous. I think that it's the best to do is to be present, to be you. I don't like it when people, meaning good, they say phrases that they don't mean from the heart. For example, in Spanish we say, no, somebody has cancer, suppose, and they say, no, vas a ver que todo va a salir bien, everything is going to be okay, and we don't know that. So the best thing to do is to be there, maybe having mate together, or telling your friend, here I am for you, or just the contact, body contact, holding hands or hugging, um, asking the person if he or she wants to talk about something, and nothing, just there, just be there.
Okay, this is when we know that our friend is feeling down. But what happens when a friend needs emotional support, but they aren't directly asking for help?
Or the idea is, in general, we know our friends. So nothing goes right if we pressure people, if we push people into doing things they don't want to. So just be honest. Say, is it everything okay with you? Can I be of any help? And leave the door open to see if the person tells anything. You notice, because in general they are not in the same mood as usual. Perhaps they are doing things that that they are not typical of themselves. So you notice small signals that something is going wrong. Just be honest. Talk them and tell them what your feeling is, and let them be them who communicate or tell you what they need to say. And if they don't, well, respect that as well.
We can say that we can find some common mistake when people um, try to comfort someone. How can we avoid making those mistakes?
Well, what I have just said at the very beginning, it's a question of not forcing anything. You don't have to say anything to full empty spaces, to put words into silences. Just be there and be honest, be you. And don't try to force or say phrases that you don't mean, or do things that you don't mean. I say, no, if you need, suppose, I don't know, somebody in a very difficult economic situation, I can lend you money, and then if the person asks you for money, you are hesitant, or you don't lend them or give them what they need. So just be you.
When should the people encourage a friend to seek professional help? And how can they bring it up without upsetting them?
To encourage a friend, um, it has to be something very subtle. Um, Something like, have you thought of looking for a professional help, or would you think it would be convenient for you to see a health professional or something of the sort? I know of somebody, but just to be honest, give them the possibility, but not to be too direct or too pushy on that. Just let them know that you are there, that you can find a professional for them, and that you have brought up the subject because you think it's a good idea.
And finally, what can they do if they feel overwhelmed while trying to support a friend who is going through a tough time?
Well, I don't know what overwhelmed means in this context. I mean that perhaps it's too much for somebody.
You get too emotionally involved and you are stressed or something like that
By
because
the
of this situation.
Well, perhaps you can, I would say, do sports, go walking. I mean, if you're not a sporty person, go walking. I mean, try to, or yoga techniques, breathing, writing, listening to music, also to happy. I don't know how to say it, not even in English, not to music that puts you in a better mood, not in a depressing kind of mood. And you can even tell your friend that you're available, but that at this time you feel vulnerable and that you are not capable of listening to all the problems, because it's true that there are people that you sometimes you give them a kind of help and then they resort to you at all times. Well, there it's important to set a limit, to set a friendly limit.
There is an expression that says um, self care is not, um, I forgot the word, self care is not selfish,
Yes,
it's essential.
yes, because and especially women, we belong, we have been raised to believe, or it's a question of our society, that we have to be there at all times, at all costs. And this is not so. Of course, we can accompany a friend in pain, but we don't have to give all of us. We can be friends, and we can set clear limits. We can say no.
Okay, bye bye. Thank you very much.
A pleasure.